So today I am going to demonstrate to you the 3 principles of cooking, which is frying, boiling, and steaming through different kinds of Filipino dishes. I hope that you will look forward to this video. The ingredients that you need to cook tortang talong are of course eggplants, eggs, salt, magic syrup, and oil. The first thing that you need to do is put water in a pot where the eggplants will be placed, which then the boiling process will take place. Wait for at least 20 minutes. While waiting for the eggplant to be cooked, we should prepare now the egg mixture. The first thing that you need to do during this process is to crack at least 3 eggs. And then after that, we will put magic syrup. You can put enough or according to your taste. And then we should top it off with a pinch of salt. Mix, 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 and there you have your egg mixture.
20 minutes later.
Now that 20 minutes have passed, our eggplants are now fully cooked and is ready to be drained. After draining the water, we should place our eggplants on a plate and start crushing it. I recommend during this process to use fork and press the eggplant like how I do it in the video. By the way, you can peel the eggplant skin, but for personal preference, I like it with the skin. After the eggplants have been crushed, we can now dip it in the egg mixture. It's cooking time, my favorite part. So the first thing that we need to do is heat a frying pan. After heating the pan, we can now add the cooking oil. When the oil is hot enough, we can now add the eggplant and egg mixture. During the cooking process, I recommend using high heat because it makes the eggplants more crispier. You should fry the first side for at least 1 minute before flipping it to the other side. And there we have our perfect and delicious tortang talong. The ingredients that we need to cook chicken adobo are vinegar, soy sauce, cooking oil, magic syrup, salt, ajinomoto, chicken, garlics and onions, and finally black pepper. The first thing that we're going to do is to marinate the chicken. First, add the chicken to the container. Second are the chopped onions and garlics. Next is the soy sauce. Next is the vinegar. Make sure that it will not overpower the soy sauce. Next is the ajinomoto. Make sure to put enough or according to your taste. Next is the magic syrup. You can put at least half of the packet. And to top it all off, you should add a pinch of salt. And mix, mix, mix. After mixing the mixture, we should add a bit of black pepper for additional flavor. We should let this mixture sit and marinate for at least 1 hour.
1 hour later.
After 1 hour, the mixture is now ready to be cooked. As usual, we need to prepare a frying pan and heat it up. And after heating up the frying pan, we need to add the cooking oil. After the oil is hot enough, we can now add the marinated chicken. We need to flip the chicken and half cook it in the pan. After cooking it for a while, we can now add the whole mixture. When all the ingredients are now in the pan, we can now add the water. You can add as much as you like, but as for me, I will only add half a cup. Cover the pan with the lid and then wait for 20 minutes.
20 minutes later.
20 minutes have passed and now the chicken is fully cooked. And there we have our yummy adobo chicken. The ingredients that we need to use to cook leche flan are egg yolks, 1 cup sugar, cheese, evaporated milk, condensed milk, water, and lastly the fresh milk. We also need the laniera and a tin foil. The first procedure that we're going to do is to caramelize the sugar. Add 1 cup of sugar into a small pan and 1/4 of water. After that, you need to heat it on the stove. For this process, I recommend only low heat. Let us wait until the sugar turns into golden brown. Like this, we can now get it and put it into the laniera. Make sure to spread it around, just like how I am doing it in the video. It is now complete and we should set it aside. The second procedure is to melt the cheese. In order for the cheese to melt, we need fresh milk. Add a little bit on the heated pan. And also make sure to lower the heat. After adding the milk, we should add the cheese. This is now a perfect consistency and we should get it off the heat and put it in a bowl. Now that it is complete, we should set it aside. Now let's move on into making our batter. First, add the egg yolk into the mixer. If you don't have a mixer, then you can use a bowl and a whisk. After adding the egg yolks, you should add the evaporated milk. And then next is the condensed milk. Now let's turn on the mixer and start mixing.
A few moments later.
After mixing for a few seconds, we can now check if there are still lumps in our batter. If there are no lumps anymore, we can now add our cheese and milk mixture. After adding the mixture, we can now mix it again. After mixing everything completely, we need to strain the batter. After straining the batter, we should strain it again and put it on the lanyera. And now after putting the batter, we should now cover the lanyera with tin foil. The next thing that we'll need to do is boil water in a cauldron. After the water is finally boiling, we should add the steamer. This is where we would put our lanyeras in order for the leche flan to be fully cooked. We should steam the batter for at least 35 minutes.
A few moments later.
After the timer goes off, which is 35 minutes, we should check if the batter is fully cooked by poking the toothpick or a stick into the tin foil. As you can see, there are no batter in the stick, which means that my leche flan is now ready. And there we have our elegant leche flans.